Well, hello, children. Today we're going to tell you a story about a very unknown band from Hollywood, Florida. Specifically, Hollywood Beach. On the beach, maybe even just 100 feet of beach. And this band was called No Future. And we named the band No Future. This is my band, of course. And it was not only my band, but it was the band of Peter Sanasardo, Tracy Wilcox, Doug Arendis, I would even say Steven Seltrick, and Jason Hahn, and Matt Sperry, and I'll think of others uh, that came in and out of the band. But this is a story of a band with no future and no ambition for a future. We just lived in the moment and lived in the now. And we were basically, I would call us a gothic punk band, but it changed. The sounds changed. We did so many different sounds. And we just lived in the moment, and we didn't care about anything else but making music that we enjoyed. And here's our story. Well, it kind of all started in this little town of Hollywood in Florida, on the beach, a beach town. And of course, we were just basically high school kids, skipping school, totally not interested in having any future, just enjoying the moment, smoking a lot of pot, drinking a lot of beer, and playing our guitars. We ended up playing a lot, uh, on the beach. We were a beach surfer town culture at this time. And we loved, I think we just really just celebrated ourselves. Um, we um, we just really kind of thought we were sort of emulating our heroes, like David Bowie and Led Zeppelin and Iggy Pop and um, you know, at the time, Crosby, Stills and Nash, just whatever music that caught our attention, we would get into. So we usually would play in up the street from the beach. There was warehouses, and there were many bands playing in these warehouses, playing all kinds of music. We were in one of the warehouses um, there, and of course, in warehouse band culture, you have um, a whole community of people who bring in 12 packs of beer or 24 packs of beer. Someone's got some cannabis. Someone's got some McDonald's, pizza, and everyone would just be hitting on everyone's stuff. And the doors were open, and you'd hear like many bands playing all at the same time. Pretty, a lot of fun and good times. And that's me right there. I sported a mohawk a lot if I wasn't totally skinheading out. with my Buddhist punk rock image. And we were just loud and proud, having a good time. Here is like outside of one of the in the warehouse community near the beach. Very industrial. There were people working on cars and doing all kinds of industrial things out there. And we'd come into our warehouse bin, of course, already pretty drunk and stoned to begin with, and then proceed to get our equipment out of the car, and load in and get some playing done. There you have a nudie girl poster taped up on the wall, duct taped to the wall in the studio. Of course, that was one of those things. Here was a we play at the local clubs that would let us play. Usually they were restaurants in the daytime, and at night they turned them into sort of decadent punk rock clubs, because maybe like one of the owner's sons was in a band, and with their father, as long as we cleaned up at the end of the night, they would let us play, and not trash the place too much. This was we were very dramatic and theatrical. I was kind of going through a David Bowie, Iggy Pop kind of thing. I didn't know what look I wanted to do, but I didn't care. I just kind of would, just every day it would change day to day, and we were inventing it and enjoying it quite a bit. Again, we were not trying to be famous, and we were not trying to make money, so it didn't matter. We didn't have to get our shit together. All we had to do was just play and live the life. We were living the life of our heroes, not imitating their music and copying. So we were kind of sort of, blazing our own ground. Of course, there you go. In every warehouse, you have your gigantic ashtray of cigarettes right next to your big gulp, and a maybe McDonald's bag with a half-eaten Big Mac. This is Tracy Wilcox over here on bass. Great guy. It's so hot there, used to be like about, almost sometimes 100 degrees, and so we couldn't really wear a lot of clothes. You're just sitting there sweating, and but you still couldn't help but to rock out and jam out on all this stuff, So it was a very kind of torture. There's a lot of torture involved in doing this stuff, and we were committed, though. We wanted to do it. Of course, like I said, beer, maybe a Subway sandwich from Subway, a big gulp, and a bong. You try to smoke as much pot as you can, because pot's awesome. Pot's great. I encourage everyone growing up, smoke as much pot as you can. Stay stoned. You're better off that way. Worked out pretty good for me.